Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with another journey into tarot adventures. If you are not new to the channel, then you know the drill. Tarot deck, tablet out, means that I have collaborated once again with my witchy friends over on the Instagram. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Hi, hello. I occasionally will team up with my awesome witchy besties over on Instagram, and we will combine our mental faculties and forces to make a tarot spread. And this time we did one based on the Queen of the Damned, as you can see. And I'm very excited. It's gonna be great. This one's not gonna hurt, guys, I promise. I made everyone else do it first before I did it, so now that I know it's a safe one, we're going to jump into it. I'm actually going to move this out of the way so we have some more space, because you guys can just go look over on my Instagram. It's there, the whole spread. We're going to go through it together. I think it's going to be fun. I'm a little bit hot-wired on caffeine right now, so this could be very interesting. But I think you guys are going to love this one. I had a lot of fun making it a joy. I'm really excited and looking forward to doing more of stuff like this here, everywhere, on all the things, because this is just like one of those things that like fills me with all the happy chemicals and gives me the joy. So we're gonna jump into it. This is only a 4-card spread. I think it's gonna be great. I have my Buffy tarot deck because it has been my favorite since I unboxed it. But also I mean, like, I have spookier tarot decks, which would probably be more on theme, but I feel like we're in the wheelhouse of vampiredom with a Buffy deck. So I mean, a little ironic, but like, imagine that crossover. I'm imagining it. It would be amazing. Also, I would just love to see, like, the banter between Buffy and Lestat. And maybe, like, Lestat and Spike just on screen would be my ideal happy place. So I'm going to go there for a moment, and then we're going to jump into this. Okay, so I'm back. I actually decided I needed more coffee. That was the solution to imagining the happiest place on earth, was more coffee. So... I'm so sorry. This is going to be unhinged, I think, because, yeah, a little bit wired. So, 4-card spread. Jesus Christ. I'm a professional. The first card is a quote by Lestat, and it's more. And the question is, what do I need more of? And the answer is the 10 of Stakes. And that's an interesting choice. What do I need more of? I think, because, like, you can see how much work is being done here. Like, this is vampire after vampire being slayed, right? I think what I need more of is to actually observe how much work I'm doing. And, maybe, like, take that into account. And I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine about, all the projects I have going on and all the things I'm trying to do, and she was concerned about me getting burned out again, and I was like, that's also a very valid concern that I'm having as well, but, like, I don't want to stop doing all the things out of fear of burnout. And I think that's what this card is kind of telling me, like, hey, you're doing a bunch of stuff, and you might start to, like, feel a little bit overwhelmed, but it's temporary because all of these things are working towards the actual goal that you want. So, like, keep doing the work and don't let the fear of inevitable burnout, like, overtake it, so that you can accomplish the thing that you're doing, because all the stuff that you're trying to do is actually getting you somewhere. So that's what I need more of. I need more of, like, a time to just sort of be like, yes, we are doing a lot, but it's going to be okay because the payoff is going to be there. So for card number 2, this is the Boo and Boo Back Lestat and Jesse quote, which, like, I absolutely loved this scene in the movie. If you guys have seen the movie, I love the movie. I know it's a little bit, like, camp, but I love it. But the prompt for this one is, what should I be fearless about? And this is where, like, Jesse's just kind of like, yeah, I know that you're a vampire, but I am not intimidated by you in the slightest. And for that, we got Judgment. So what should I be fearless about? And the Judgment card. I think I see this. I think, basically this is telling me that, like, I have done a lot of stuff, like, in my past, and I need to be, like, okay with change. Like, I tend to find myself weighed down by the things that have happened to me and, like, the history of things, that I don't let myself proceed forward, and I need to just be like, yes, this has served its purpose, and now I can move forward. I've been through a bunch of shit, and it's okay to let that go. Like, they're over. They're done. The trial, like, that I have put myself through and have gone through is over, and I'm okay to move past that. And I actually need to, like, embrace that, because I do have this horrible fear of change. It comes from being neurodivergent and also a little bit traumatized, a lot of it traumatized, but I need to just, like, embrace that and be like, yes, things are changing, because, like I said, I'm doing a bunch of work, so I'm trying to make stuff happen, and I can't make that stuff happen if I'm, like, constantly afraid of the stuff happening. So that makes a lot of sense. And the third card is I'm Not as Precious as You Think, and that's by Jessie. And the prompt is, what hidden strength do you have? And I got the 8 of Stakes. I love this card. It's so badass. And the 8 of Stakes is kind of like, in regards to, like, the hidden strength I have, it's like the power of potential. Like, this card is basically telling me that I have all of this potential, and it's just, like, stored within, like, ready to spring out at any moment. Momentum is probably, like, one of my strongest strengths, because once I start something and I get, like, the ball rolling, I can continue to maintain that as long as I make it something, like, that I enjoy. But if it's something that, like, starts to stress me out or cause me pain, that's where I find the interruption. So, like, momentum and being able to generate that momentum myself, I think, is my strength. But also, like, if you look at this card, it's like a group of women, like, badass, you know, ass-kicking women, and that sort of tells me that, like, in addition to having the ability to start things and move them forward, I also have the strength of, like, a community of people who will encourage me and nurture, like, those ideas, and also be like, hey, I see that you're doing a lot, and it's great, you should definitely keep doing it, but, like, also, you can use some support, and we're here to support you. And I think that's probably a strength that I have that I overlook a lot, because I tend to be one of those people who just does everything on their own until they burn out like a little candle, just out. I blew out the candle. That was my audio display, my example. I think you guys understood that, and I explained it anyway, so we're going to move on. Awkward moments are awkward. So for the fourth card, the last card, the quote is, you've called and I've come. And that's from Akasha. And it's, what power do you need to call back to yourself? It's the sleepy card. The 4 of Sighs. This is basically telling me to give myself a brain break, like mental wellness, self-care. Take some time to rest and do actual self-care that isn't work, because I will admit, you guys, I have gone from my, like, we're doing self-care and being, like, the most caretakery of ourselves as possible to, well, what if I did work while doing my self-care? And so I feel like this card's a bit of a call out. Because it's like, hey, we know that you're doing all the things, right? Like, you're doing all the things, you're making stuff happen, but you're doing all the things when you're supposed to be actually taking a break, and you're thinking about them, and that's not actually rest. And so I probably need to go back to looking at rest as a sacred act. It used to be, like, a really big part of my spiritual practice to be like, this is the time I'm going to just, like, unplug and detach myself from the world and take moments to rest. And I haven't been doing that. I've just been like, well, yeah, you're taking, like, your spiritual little bubbly bath, but what if you brought your tablet and then you did a bunch of design work at the same time? Or what if you brought your notebook and just wrote out, like, all of your plans for the future and mapped out all the steps you need to take? And, like, that's not restful. And I know that. So, like, I need to get back to doing that and actually taking the rest when it's time to rest. Because I'm not resting. I'm just stressing myself out, which is probably why the fear of burnout is always on the back of my mind, because I'm not taking the breaks that I need to take. So yeah, that's our Queen of the Damned reading, and it only had a tiny call out, and I think I feel pretty good. I feel like a little bit seen and a little bit called out, but not like in a mean way. More like a, hey, fucking get your shit together, come on. You're doing it, just, you know, make it happen. And I think that's a great one. So that's where I'm going to leave this today. I'm going to go finish the rest of that other coffee I made, because, you know, I needed more coffee, and you know, go back to doing some more crafterly things. But if you guys enjoyed this and you want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments below. If you try out this reading, I would love to see it. Make sure that you tag me. You can also tag Joy. I'll put her details in the description. She's at Witch Mooncraft. here on YouTube, but also on Instagram. So check her out on Instagram. Also, check out Carly at the Village Tarot Witch. She is the one who originally did this like collaboration with Joy, and I just came in as like a guest, a little sneaky guest for this tarot spread thing. So definitely check out those two because they're doing really great things. Carly just made a really cool post, and then she's going to do this reading later on today after I edit this, hopefully. I'm going to do it as fast as I can, I promise. But check those two out because they're amazing, they're witchy, they're fantastic, and if you like this stuff, you'll definitely love the stuff that they have over there on Instagram. And Carly's on TikTok, too, so I'll put all the information in the description box below. But until then, guys, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate your faces, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Happy crafting! Bye!